Rumble, Facebook, X. Welcome to another sneaker review video for the Air Jordan 6 Reverse Infrared. Before we get started with the video, let's go with the shoes on the table. Now, this is the first video you're seeing of mine. What I like to do is put shoes on the table that I either reviewed last or have a correlation with the shoe that I'm about to review on. First, in the middle of the table, you do see the Nike Air Diamond Turf 2s. I recently just did a review on that. I'll leave a link in the description. You see a few 6s on my table. On my left, you see the Olympic 6s, which came out last year. And a few years ago, on my right, you see the Oreo 6s, which if I'm not mistaken are about to come out again this year. Of course, the correlation is all three of these shoes on the table right now are 6s, but the reason I wanted these shoes on the table because it deals with the sizing of this shoe, and I'll go ahead and get right into it. Normally I wear a size 11, but for some reason this shoe felt longer than previous 6s, so I had to go down a size because these Oreo 6s that were from a few years ago, this is the actual size 11, and this Olympic 6 that came out last year is a size 10.5. And y'all, I am a wide footer, so in length my foot is 10 inches and 5/8, and in width my feet are 4 inches and 3/8. The reason I say this is because we see all these sneaker YouTubers talk about their sizing, but that's a sizing to their foot. So what I like to do is give you my measurements of my foot, which I just did. So if you haven't bought this shoe and don't know which one to wear, go off my measurements and then you could go from there. I had to go down half a size. A 10.5 fits me well. 11 was way too long and way too big. But y'all, before we get to the shoes, let's go over the box. This is based off the sample shoe that you would see in a lot of magazines, Eastbay magazines, and the reason the Salesman goes along with the reverse infrared name for this shoe is because these are sample shoes that they will give the salesman to go to people's stores to get people to purchase them, which is why on the tag you do see the seller